Listen carefully, because this is where most people lose their future before they even begin. They keep waiting, waiting for confidence, waiting for support, waiting for the perfect time. But let me tell you something brutal. The perfect time does not exist. While you are waiting, life is moving. While you are doubting, somebody else is building power. While you are making excuses, somebody else is taking your place. And life does not slow down because you are confused. Life does not stop because you are tired. Life keeps moving, with you or without you. That means if you do not attack your day will attack you. If you do not control your habits will control your future. You say you want success? Then stop negotiating with weakness. Stop giving comfort more authority than your goals. Stop acting like tomorrow owes you another chance. Nobody is coming to build your discipline for you. Nobody is coming to rescue your wasted hours. Nobody is coming to force greatness into your life. You must decide, and then decide again tomorrow, and again the next day, until your new standard becomes stronger than your old excuses. Because excuses sound intelligent, but they destroy lives. Excuses sound reasonable, but they quietly steal years. And the dangerous part is this: excuses feel harmless while they are destroying momentum. 1 week morning becomes 1 week week. 1 week week becomes 1 week month. 1 week month becomes a life you no longer recognize. That is why discipline is war. Every morning is war. Every hour is war. Every distraction is war. And if you are not fighting, you are losing ground. Your future is built in moments nobody claps for. Nobody sees when you wake up early. Nobody sees when you keep working while others stop. Nobody sees when you stay focused while your mind wants escape. But those invisible moments are building visible power. You want confidence? Earn it. You want respect? Build it. You want results? Become the kind of person results obey. Because life responds to standards, not wishes, not talk, not intentions. Standards. If your standards are weak, your results stay weak. If your standards rise, your identity changes. And understand this clearly: motivation alone is cheap. Anybody can feel motivated for 10 minutes, but champions move when motivation disappears. Champions continue when emotion is gone. That is why discipline is more powerful than emotion. You do not need a better mood, you need a stronger mind. You do not need easier conditions, you need tougher decisions. Because every day your habits are voting for your future or voting for regret. And if you keep repeating weak choices, do not act surprised when weak results arrive. But if today, right now, you raise your standards, then everything starts changing. Not next year, not next month, now. This is the part where most people break, because pressure exposes what discipline has built. When life becomes heavy, weak habits become visible. When challenges arrive, excuses become louder. When pressure hits, the truth comes out. Were you training your mind or only talking about success? Because success does not ask how badly you want it. It asks what you can carry without quitting. It asks how long you can stay focused when nothing around you feels easy. And that is where most people fail. Not because they lack talent, but because they lose control when life stops being comfortable. The moment things become difficult, they slow down. The moment results delay, they doubt themselves. The moment nobody supports them, they start losing energy. But understand this clearly: real strength begins exactly where comfort ends. You do not discover your power when life is easy. You discover it when your mind says stop and you still continue. When your body feels tired, but your standards refuse to collapse. When your emotions become unstable, but your mission stays clear. That is mental authority. And mental authority is rare because most people obey feelings too quickly. They feel tired, so they stop.
They feel uncertain, so they delay. They feel fear, so they shrink their goals. But feelings were never designed to lead your future. Feelings change every hour. Standards must not. A powerful life is built when your standards become stronger than temporary emotion. That means even when motivation disappears, you still move. Even when nobody notices, you still move. Even when progress feels slow, you still move. Because movement under pressure creates identity. And identity decides what becomes normal for you. If quitting becomes normal, struggle will control you. If persistence becomes normal, pressure will stop frightening you. This is why discipline must become automatic, not something you debate every morning, not something you negotiate with every day. It must become your rule. Wake up and move. Focus and move. Think clearly and move. No discussion, no emotional meeting with weakness, no permission for delay. Because every delay feeds doubt, and doubt grows when action disappears. The fastest way to destroy fear is action. The fastest way to weaken confusion is action. The fastest way to rebuild confidence is action repeated until your mind believes your own discipline again. Confidence is not something you wait to feel. Confidence is built when you prove to yourself that your word has weight. When you say you will do something and you do it. That private honesty creates power, because if you cannot trust your own promises, your mind becomes divided. And divided minds never dominate difficult seasons. So rebuild trust internally. Start with small commands, complete them, repeat them, and each completed promise becomes psychological strength. 1 hour focused, 1 morning disciplined, 1 decision protected. Then another, then another, then another. And suddenly the version of you that once struggled with consistency starts becoming unfamiliar, because repetition changes identity faster than emotion ever will. Never forget, life watches repetition, not intention, not talking, not planning, repetition. If your actions repeat strength, your life eventually reflects strength. If your actions repeat distraction, your future reflects distraction. That is why every ordinary day matters, not because one day changes everything, but because repeated ordinary days build extraordinary outcomes. And while others keep waiting for one magical breakthrough, you build yours quietly through standards. When pressure comes, you do not retreat, you advance. When obstacles appear, you do not complain, you solve. When people doubt you, you do not react, you perform. Because action under pressure separates the weak from the powerful. Do not fear failure. Do not fear struggle. Do not fear rejection. Fear is a signal. It's a compass. It's proof you are moving outside mediocrity. And those who move in spite of fear become unstoppable. Remember this, nobody owes you results. Nobody owes you respect. Nobody owes you opportunity. You earn it, all of it, one relentless action at a time. You are either building your future or destroying it. There is no neutral ground. There is no waiting line for greatness. There is no pause button on success. If you are not moving forward, you are sliding backward. So train your mind to attack every day, to dominate every hour, to obey your highest standards without question. Because the world responds to power, not excuses. The world respects discipline, not talk. The world rewards those who become dangerous to weakness. Decide now, rise now, move now. The future will respect the person who refuses to be weak. The future will respect the person who refuses to quit. The future will respect you because you have made yourself unstoppable.